and we have Miss Bread as well. All right.
Awesome.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Archa Cafe. And first of all, apologies that we couldn't actually make it last week due to a lot of technical issues. Everyone had one or the other problem that cropped up. But hey, thanks for all the support. Ultra is over here. The cafe is back. Yes, it's back. We are all here. We are not gone anywhere, sir. And USPS as well. Missed you guys. Thank you so much for the love and support. Miss Bread is here. John F, I missed you guys and girls. Thank you so much. It feels so warm that we are getting a lot of love. Here you go. Hey Miss Bread, how are you?
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Howdy.
Awesome. So we have Tom saying good evening. Good evening to you too, sir. You have Crypto Morocco. What's up? Well, a lot of things are up, in fact. A lot of stuff to actually speak of. And Caddy is back on admin duty today. So we have given him a gate pass from the studio. So and look at what he says. I need my studio back. Come and get it, Caddy. You need to get it.
Need to fight for it back.
But man, yeah, you have been busy behind the scenes. We know how much you are actually struggling around in terms of getting the back end of work for Guardian and other stuff done. You, Miss Brett, everyone. I mean, we know how you guys are working. So yeah, kudos to you people, and hoping to see a lot many changes that would happen in the coming days for the Guardian platform.
Definitely.
You will. You will. We'll tell you when to F5.
Yep, yep.
So what's going on, guys? Good weekend?
It was a pretty good weekend, yeah. Especially when I loaded up the browser today to harvest all my rewards, and I got more than I was expecting.
Same.
So,
That was a nice surprise.
yeah, I was gonna say it was a surprise, but it was a very welcomed one.
Nice.
Mr. Aslan, did you harvest your rewards yet? Did you harvest your rewards yet? Your staking
Oh,
rewards?
okay. Sorry. I don't know. The voice was a little stuttering. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I was probably the one of those guys of the 16 who harvested first and had that issue with the Guardian
Oh,
harvest part. So the main reason being I was just checking out the GUI and the gas fees, to be precise. It was like 3 GUI, 2 GUI, and guess what? I just paid $2.46 for the entire harvest.
that's sweet.
Wow, that is nice.
Honestly, yeah, I was so happy seeing those numbers.
I was happy with $8.54, but wow, $2? That's a
I was
deal.
happy with
Yeah, but
$10.
you know what? Strangely enough, when I was actually making the confirmation of transaction, it showed somewhere around $5.02 or something. But the amount that got actually deducted, I mean, that's the difference when you have it, right? The actual gas fee that got deducted was somewhere around 2.46. So, I mean, that was one of the main reasons why I was pushing to go ahead and, get the harvest out only because of the gas prices.
Oh man.
So you could say I was in pretty good profit margin there with what tokens I could actually extract. And yeah, I'll speak about it a little later, coming down to the staking pool and other stuff. Quickly going through the announcement section. Let me just share my screen.
Sure.
Yeah, hey girls.
Hi, sir.
And wow, yeah,
Earlier.
$15. That's still cheap, I'll tell you. You're still lucky to have that $15 paid.
Okay, but come on, I'm like, that is really cheap, and then you hear about, Mr. Oslam over here having $2 gas fees.
Yeah,
This
lucky
bread
me.
with 10. You're very lucky.
Honestly, it was like morning 9:30 a.m. and I was like, glued to the screen with the gas fees in front of me, seeing that single digit numbers of 3 GUI, 2 GUI, 4 GUI, and that is a GUI value, but the dollar value, if you look at it, it was like 23 cents, 7 cents, 70 cents. That was the variation in dollar amounts, right?
Mhm.
So that's where I was like, pushing to get this harvest done.
I saw those numbers, but I was making coffee, and I had to kind of weigh my options. The coffee won, so I paid a little more, but that's okay.
Hey,
As long as
66
you're functioning throughout the day.
Look at that, $5.30 for harvest. Yeah,
It's a good one too.
awesome. I would say.
Awesome.
And I'll tell you what, I really did not believe that this is the amount of gas that has gone on. I was like, man, what happened to ETH? What's going on in the background? I was like, is it a dream or is it some kind of an error? Because you did have this issue that happened, I think probably a few months back, when the gas prices had skyrocketed to somewhere around 5,000, 10,000 ish dollars. The Gwei value was somewhere in the thousands, right? Due to a error or a congestion that was kind of a bottleneck in the ETH network. I thought this is something like that, and what if the transaction fails? All those stuff. But then I'll definitely have to say the team behind the entire design of the staking pool. By design, I mean even the calculation part, Craig and his team who worked on the analytics, as well as the contract itself, Ed and his team, they have done a fabulous job. The entire process was very, very seamless, and it was very straightforward as such. So they truly deserve the appreciation, guys.
A lot of work went into making this
share my screen.
Oh yeah. Marco, does that sound better for you? I don't know why the mic has been acting up this tonight.
Yeah.
Hopefully, because that's the only setting I really have.
It does sound better.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, Mr. Hasselite, like I only have like that. I have the other setting I just changed it from, and the other one for.
You actually should try that once, Questa. Try it once. Why don't you just change it and try it once? Yeah, it would be cool.
Well, this one right here.
Yeah, awesome.
What is it, voice changer?
Yeah. I was like,
Get the beats rolling. Get the beats rolling.
I completely forgot that I had it on. And
yeah, Questa is now a DJ. Look at that. Look at the tune.
I don't hear myself, so.
We'll have a YouTube video running in the sidelines.
Oh, man. Maybe later. Let's just go back to normal.
Okay, switch back.
Yeah, let's switch back real quick.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Okay. Is the screen visible right now, and is the text legible enough for everyone?
Let me see here.
Screen share is visible.
Looks good for me.
A little bit small.
Perfect.
I'll wait for you to read it.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, I'll read it through. I'll check if I can zoom in. That will again restart PG. That's one more stuff when you actually zoom in. Okay, I'll go ahead. I'll read it out loud. So, Guardian has sent the following tokens to the Arca multi-signature wallet for distribution in staking pool cycle 2. That's 750 billion Guardian tokens, a Genesis contribution for cycle 2, and 333 billion Guardian tokens reflections gained during cycle 2. Total Guardian dividend for staking pool cycle 2 would be 1.098 trillion tokens. Congrats to all the Arca stakeholders. I'll hold my excitement a little because there is one more addition. In all, the tokens for Scratch now with the Arca staking pool for cycle 2 rewards, 250 trillion. That's as per the Genesis contribution that we have for cycle 2. Apart from that, 300 trillion Scratch tokens in reflection gained since launch in Feb. So the total Scratch rewards or the dividend for the staking pool cycle 2 that was provided was 550.8 trillion tokens. So the bear market, and we didn't have that much of volume, but look at the amount of tokens. I'm mind blown, to be very frank. 1 trillion Guardian tokens is like what, 10% of the supply?
I'm sorry.
No, 1% of the supply, right? That's
Um,
literally.
yes. Sorry, I was actually getting a DM about that very thing. Multitasking. Sorry.
Wow. Okay. Bombs away.
Right.
You're good.
Yeah, that's 1%. Thanks, Caddy. So 1% of the entire supply going into a single cycle of staking rewards. Wow. And
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
really amazed with Scratch, in fact, because see, the Genesis contribution is 250 trillion, whereas the reflections are 300 trillion. Wow. Uh, I mean, I'm more than happy because I'll be honest, I had not bought Scratch personally, and whatever Scratch I've got right now is from the staking pool. So I do own Scratch. I'm a holder now, without doing anything, zero investment,
Nice.
Yep.
and that's the power of Arca staking pool, I would say. So I'm really happy, and this is what we were actually speaking of way before when we started speaking of the ecosystem. We started speaking of the actual staking rewards. I mean, these are the ones that you actually see over here that are really the benefits of having this Arca staking pool built, and especially when you have this kind of a staking pool which is so versatile. It has this contract that gets into a mode of on and off every cycle, and then you do have this rewards that are actually fixed apart from whatever reflections you get, which are depending on transactions. The Genesis contributions, like the 1% of the entire or 2% of the entire supply of the token, would be actually given out to the staking pool from the entire project, which is part of the ecosystem. That's like a fixed reward for you. So irrespective of whether the transaction volume exists or whether there will be tokens coming out in high numbers, as we see over here from the reflections themselves, there is always some amount of tokens that are fixed as rewards for whatever project is part of the Arca ecosystem. And imagine with just two projects you are actually getting these many rewards, and that too in a bear market. What would you be able to expect once the bull run starts? One, and two, what would you be able to expect when a lot more projects actually become part of the Arca ecosystem? I don't know. I would leave the speculations, and I would leave all the thoughts to you guys who are watching the show over here. And quickly, let me just check if there are any other comments. Caddy's Caddy's being so precise with his calculations. I'm weak in maths, Caddy. Thanks for that. 1.1% of approx of Guardian was sent to the staking to the round two. Yes, that's literally insane, Caddy. Definitely, yes, I agree to that. I mean, I haven't seen any of the staking pools having that much of supply sent across to the staking pool.
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't seen any other project, at least until now, I would say. Because whenever it comes to many other projects on the staking pool and such, uh, majority, I would say 80% of the rewards of your staking pool is totally dependent on the transaction volume of that specific token. So even your APRs, APYs, whatever they give you, that only varies based on the volume of transaction that happens for that specific project, right?
Mhm.
So
Oh,
it
yeah.
doesn't have that fixed amount of rewards that you usually get will be only 20%. But here it's not the case. It's a totally different logic of the amount of tokens that are actually given out. So yeah, that's pretty huge. Let me also quickly go through Joe's message regarding the staking pool harvest. Well, yes, there was a little bit of hiccup, and during the first initial stages when people harvested, the amount of Guardian tokens that people got was way lesser than what they are supposed to get. That had to do with the decimals itself. Since Guardian had 9 decimals and the rest all the other tokens had 18 decimals, it created a bit of a problem in the calculation part when the harvest button was enabled and the token transaction usually happened from the staking pool to your respective wallet. So that's where people got that if it's in billions, I think 6 decimals or 7 decimals away from what you're actually supposed to get. So Ed was right up the alley, and he just went ahead and fixed it in, say, what, 15-20 minutes, not even that much, I believe.
Right.
So once that was done, it was all good and all well to go. So kudos to Ed and his team on getting this rectified as soon as possible first. And it was so easy for them to identify the issue as well, mainly because they are the ones who build the contract, right? It's not just, someone who can just copy a staking contract and you just deploy it. It's not that kind of a project that's going on over here. So they have built it from scratch, and they know in and out of how the contract entirely works. And that's the reason why they were able to figure out the issue very quickly and have that resolved as well very quickly. And I should also say the professionalism that is involved over here, because they had immediately stopped the harvest button to ensure that there is no much damage done. He also confirmed the amount of transactions that had happened before that were 16 holders, including me as well. So after which they airdropped the 16 wallets with the right amount of Guardian tokens that they're supposed to get. This all happened within a span of, say, 1 hour max.
Wow.
That's as good as it gets.
It was done really efficiently. Yep.
Yeah. Hands down, and kudos to entire team involved in that. I don't know. I just feel so happy seeing that kind of a professional approach, that kind of a quick response, that kind of a solution that is provided to all the holders, so that they do not get into much of hassles or trouble as such. And now that this is figured so early on, the upcoming staking pools will definitely have a better impact in terms of withdrawing. And it's seamless. Like I said, there was absolutely no hiccup regarding the harvest as such. Initially, when the pool actually closed with that 0-0 marking, the harvest button was not working. The main reason here being, I thought that yes, this might be the reason, and yes, that was the reason, because you had to have that final numbers calculated and ready for your rewards. So once that was done is when the harvest button would be enabled for you in the backend. Once that was completed, you could just go ahead and just click on the harvest button, pay the gas fees, voila, that's it. Within the next, I think it hardly took around 10 seconds for me to get the tokens reflected in my wallet. That's how quick even the transactions were. So on one note, I guess there were a few people speaking of, I couldn't see my scratch tokens, I couldn't see my other tokens. Probably this might be the scenario where you might not have added the contract address. I use Coinbase wallet on that note for the each side. So on Coinbase wallet, it automatically popped up the token amount and the token name as well. However, if you are using any other wallet like MetaMask or Trust wallet, and if it doesn't pop up, I would say just add the contract address manually, and you should see your numbers out there. Else, head over to Etherscan, just punch in your wallet ID address, and that's when you will be able to see the recent transactions. On the recent transactions, you will be able to see that scratch token value also reflecting. Or you could just go to your token holdings, right? So it's pretty easy, guys. So it's there. The moment you just click on the harvest, each and every token that is part of the staking pool rewards has come down to your wallet.
Yep.
So any other thoughts before I move on to Joe's message from you both?
All I gotta say is it was a very quick, fast transaction. It was, for me, I feel like it was pretty good rewards for what I had staked, and I can't wait for the next pool, because it keeps getting better and better. And that's the great thing too about it with this team, is it just keeps evolving, and no staking pools similar. There's gonna be always something that's gonna be better, even the simple fact of next staking pool, right? I thought it was gonna be the same, and it's crazy to see how much changes in 3 months, because now we have another token contributing into the staking pool. So awesome stuff there.
Yeah, I like that the team
Yeah.
has allowed 14 days for people to harvest, because as we know, some people have kind of gotten off social, not in Telegram all the time. So as long as we're putting the message out there on social platforms and in Telegram, 2 weeks is a good amount of time for people to wander in and wonder what's happening.
Oh yeah.
And then, what do we have after that? We have, is it 4 days then to stake for pool 3?
I think he actually.
I think I read that very early. It was pre-coffee this morning. I read it this morning. I mean, we have 2 weeks before we get there anyway, so I'm sure that information will be put out there.
Yeah, I think The staking pool cycle 3 will be starting on 4th of September. That's in Joe's message. I'll just go ahead with
Yeah.
with Joe's message as of now. So I think
Sure.
we'll have more details on that. So
Yep.
the regarding the harvest portion for the staking pool rewards for the cycle 2, there is a 14-day harvest period to claim your staking pool rewards, the cycle 2 rewards. The harvest period ends on 3rd September at 7:59 p.m. US Eastern Time. That's 11:59 p.m. GMT on 3rd September again. So the Arca TG timer will be set when there are 7 days remaining in the harvest period. Those holders participating in the staking pool cycle 3 do not need to unstake their Arca tokens. Leave your staked Arca alone. Now, there are a couple of questions. I'll go ahead and take them up after this message is read. You will pay gas fees for harvesting the and remember that it is for 3 tokens. So watch the GWAY or gas fees and harvest when gas is low. At the time posting, the gas is around 5 GWAY and harvest is costing somewhere around $12 combined to harvest all the 3 tokens. And for those departing the staking pool program, do not unstake your Arca before claiming your rewards. Claim your rewards first. And for all the stakers, you must harvest your rewards during the 14-day harvest period. Rewards earned during the cycle 2 do not forward into the next pool. Rewards that are not harvested before the harvest ends will be sent back to the staking pool for redistribution to all stakers at the end of cycle 3. Now, first and foremost, just to clarify the air, you need to harvest your entire staking pool rewards if you are planning to get your rewards.
Yep.
As simple as that. But you do not need to unstake your Arca tokens, and those Arca tokens will continue on to the next pool. Now, by Arca tokens, I mean the amount that you have staked, not the rewards that you have got as part of the staking pool. So when you harvest your rewards, you will be getting 3 tokens. That's Arca, Guardian, and Scratch. So once you do that, the staking pool rewards are empty, and your Arca tokens that you have staked will still remain in the staking pool itself. You want to add more Arca to it, you can actually do it once the staking pool 3 opens up for staking. But when it comes to the harvesting of rewards, why should you actually do that? The contract is built in such a way that every time this particular harvest is not done, whatever tokens are still remaining as part of the rewards will go back to the actual wallet, which is part of the rewards wallet, and that again will add to the distributed amount of tokens in total to the next cycle of the staking pool rewards. So say for example, I had 1 billion Guardian, 1 billion Arca, and 1 billion Scratch that I got as rewards. Just a speculative number, guys. On this particular staking pool cycle, that's cycle 2, I forgot to harvest my rewards. Okay, and what happens once the harvest period of 14 days ends? That's on 3rd September at 7:59 p.m. US time. So this 1 billion of each tokens will go back to the rewards pool again, and once the cycle 3 starts, it will add up to the total rewards that would be given out in cycle 3 or the staking pool 3 for all the people who have staked in cycle pool 3. So I mean staking pool 3, sorry, cycle pool 3, what am I speaking? Okay, so just to be careful and just so that you get your rewards, you need to go ahead and harvest, but you do not need to unstake your Arca tokens. Only if you're planning to exit the entire staking program. If you say that, okay, I do not want to stake my Arca tokens to get the staking pool rewards, I do not want to participate in the staking pool rewards, then is when you need to unstake. But before you do that, please first harvest your rewards and then unstake your Arca tokens. If you do not harvest your rewards and directly unstake your Arca tokens, you would be missing out the harvesting rewards as well. So be careful on the process. If you have any doubts, please go ahead and ask anyone on the TG, and we will have ample amount of people to go ahead and answer the questions for you over there, or even on Discord if you are a Discord fan. So that's there for the staking pool rewards. Now coming to the staking pool cycle 3. The new staking pool cycle 3 will start on 4th September and will be open for the new stakers, for those who want to unstake for 5 days. The max token count per wallet for staking is 250 trillion Arca, and wallets cannot exceed 250 trillion Arca tokens. Cycle 3 will close for staking or unstaking on 9th of September. And once we clear the harvest period, we will set the timer on the Arca staking pool website page to show that countdown clock. So the staking pool link is provided. And if you're still not joined the Archangel token announcement group, I would suggest that you just go ahead and join. If you're not a regular visitor on TG, and if you're not used to being so present on the TG chat and the official chat group and stuff, if you're a person who would like to know only the main updates, this is the channel that you need to really be part of, because this is where the actual core updates will be shared. So just go ahead and join the Telegram group. I'll leave the link to this right now in the chat so that everyone can have a word at it. So guys, yeah, I mean, your comments on the staking pool 2 rewards, the staking pool 3 start.
It's just crazy. We're already we're on pool 3. We're almost on pool 3, and we're almost on 1 year.
Yeah,
that we've all met. It's just
exactly.
Time flies, you know. I was, just for the fun of it, 2 nights ago, I think it was, I was trying to figure out, like, trying to time each staking pool to see where we would be at after each cycle. I was like, I just kept blowing my mind. I got to, like, I think the 6th one. I was like, oh my gosh, like we're in 2024 at this point.
Seriously, even I cannot believe that we are already going ahead with staking pool 3, and we were just, just yesterday we were speaking about the ecosystem, and just yesterday we were speaking about, the staking pool 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it was just like, it felt like just yesterday we held the special cafe with the Scratch guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
Or
I
even
do
the
remember
fact,
that, yes.
a while ago.
or even the fact that we just got their logo. I remember getting the logo and I was so excited. I was like, "Whoa, this looks so cool!"
Right?
I wonder what their name's gonna be.
Absolutely, yeah.
It is
So,
awesome and phenomenal to
I'll
see where everything's
pick up
has
a
come.
question from Crypto Morocco over here. Okay, no contract add button on the staking side for Scratch. Also, to add Arca to the already existing staking supply. Not sure if I missed it. Okay, I think this has been answered in the message that I just read out from Joe. But regarding the contract add button on the staking side for Scratch, I do not know. Are you speaking of Scratch tokens on the Arca staking pool, or is it Scratch website which has staking enabled? I don't know. Has Scratch enabled staking? I've not been following that. I don't think so. They've enabled it yet. So apart from that, I mean, if you're speaking of the Arca staking pool as such, you cannot actually stake Scratch. You only need to stake Archangel tokens, and Scratch will be part of the rewards for you just staking the Archangel tokens. And when you say that you want to add more of Archangel tokens to your staking pool, you will have to wait for the next staking pool reward cycle to start off, where you will have the period of staking again. And after which, at that point of time, whatever you have already staked will still remain there. And whatever you want to add on, you can just add on. Say, for example, you have 10 trillion Archangel tokens that are already staked over there, and you want to add another 5 trillion to it. You can do that addition during the next staking pool cycle 3 rewards staking pool cycle 3 when it opens up on 4th September till 9th September. During this 5 days period, you can go ahead and just add on to your Archangel supply. So I hope that answered, Crypto Morocco. Just let us know if you have any other further doubts or clarifications.
Okay,
We have the... Okay. So we have Zen over here. So Scratch will have its own staking pool at some point. It's a roadmap item. Yep, Zen. Thanks for that clarification, and thanks also for clarifying Scratch staking is not live right now. All right, perfect. Great.
Zen, maybe sometime in the near future you'll be able to get on and we can talk about when it's expected to come.
Zen, share us some inside information.
I was gonna say maybe just insider, just to get him back on the cam again. He's always really pushy on not going I think he's really camera shy too, because always something's
I
wrong.
know.
Oh, my mic doesn't work. Oh, my camera doesn't work. My computer exploded.
Yeah. He always
know-
starts giving us reasons, right?
My phone, my phone's great and everything, but I don't have the charger.
Mhm.
I just lost it today. It's crazy, guys.
Look at that. I don't
I'll
want
just
to
mess
tank
up,
the
yeah.
show's ratings. Oh no, you do not know it. Glenn. There are a lot of fan followers for you specifically.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, so
I have Windows 11. Why do you guys always complain about Windows 11? I'm perfectly fine with Windows 11.
Wait a
I don't know
moment,
what
wait
you
a
guys
moment.
are doing.
why do you have 11 windows? Get a door, man.
Windows 11.
Get a door. That should fix, yeah. Or make a 12th
Too many
one.
Windows.
Or get away from the windows. That's it.
House is made of Windows.
I mean, do you use an iPhone? Do you use an Android device? Archa Cafe is free for all, and you can actually join through that as well. So you don't need a Windows.
It's all the way over there in arms.
My Mac works fine, but it's all the way over there in arm's reach. Okay.
I mean, out of arm's reach.
I think
or
your leg
in
is longer
arm's
than your arms, right? You can use that. See, I'm giving you all the solutions.
Wait, why is your Mac running Windows 11?
No, he means his Mac is at the 11th window of his house, and that's the reason it's not working.
Gotcha. Yep.
And it's not
Yeah.
an arm reach. There we go. All right, we're giving Glenn a pass.
Take it and toss it in front of the door. So that should solve your problem. Or toss it out of the window itself.
Yeah, right. Just get it away from there.
Hey, we are here giving you solutions. Okay. Everyone has problems. We are here giving you solutions.
That's what we're here for.
The troubleshooting desk is right here. So
All right.
Linux overclock or something. I think they need a little bit of change in batteries. If they're overclocked, just change the batteries. Reasons. Everyone has a lot of reasons to speak of.
Oh yeah, right.
Alrighties. So, I mean, what do you guys think about the current market situation that's going on? I mean, we did have a good week last, couple of days in the beginning at least. But in the past 2 to 3 days, I think Bitcoin has been having a bit of a trouble.
A little bit.
I gotta pull up my Coinbase because I didn't even
Get
check
over to
stuff.
Guardian.
I haven't looked at anything
Yeah.
for 2 days. So, except
After-
today, I didn't look at anything for 2 days. Put my stress level down.
Yeah, after the mid-June just dump of all the cryptos,
Yeah.
I just haven't checked anything because I was like, I'm just gonna wait for the alert to come up again. Unless that alert comes up, I'm not checking anything. So I'm like, I'm way behind on how everything actually looks.
I'll tell you what. I like the traffic signal lights. So
It's mesmerizing to look at, honestly.
yeah. So this is my
Yeah.
stress buster. Okay. I forget the price, forget the charts and all the stuff. I just like looking at the lights. Changing from green to red to green.
This is what helps keep Mr. Aslan sane.
I just keep staring at them like this. Okay. All right. I'm cool after 5 minutes. Let me just get over to my other works.
It is.
But
Mesmerizing.
yeah. Go on.
Actually, I haven't been on the platform all weekend. Shame on me. But it's nice to see those lights light up.
Right?
Yeah, and I do see a new ad over here. Meta reset.
Let it reset. Yeah, it's been there for a few weeks now, I think.
I don't know. I usually, as soon as I go to the token data page, all I do is scroll down to here. So probably I have missed this and I'm seeing it today.
What about that one?
Oh, we have wow, couple of good ads that are out there and a couple of good talks. I don't know if we can expect these tokens to be part of the ecosystem in future or probably contribute from their side being external projects. But hey, I'm all eyes and ears over this. Looking at these things happening in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, even if they're not part of the ecosystem, there's more and more collaboration going on especially between smaller and newer projects. But not just recently. I think I'm going to say the past couple months, I've seen an increase in projects reaching out to each other. Devs working to help each other out with questions, things like that. It's actually really nice. It's a huge silver lining for the market that we've had to endure this summer. So, yeah. Meta Reset was a project that I'm trying to think who found out about that. I think it was either 68 or Ultra, and he brought it to our attention. So we had talked to them for a little while, and we put their banner up, and then Magma, Lava, Floor is Lava. That's been on there for about a week and a half, and they're a brand new project. So yeah, just reaching out and working with people. You'll see them pop up here, and yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
it was 68.
Cool.
Over a month. What am I missing?
Over a month.
Right.
I've just kind of trained my eyes to not look at ads. So I mean, or I just could have had the luck where it was just showing only molts. I didn't see any new ones because I've seen molts a million times. I just haven't seen anything new.
Yeah, every banner on is applicable to either the project TV, the project's website. In the case of Charity, it goes to their Charity's giving platform. So all those banners on there are clickable, and it takes you to wherever that project wants someone to go visit. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it did take me to their website. Okay, I cannot because I'm only sharing this specific tab. I have a lot of other tabs that I want to show private stuff. So I'll keep them a secret. I always have a bunch of somewhere close to 20 to 30 tabs open on my Chrome. So I'm not sorry, Chrome, Edge or Brave. I keep using a lot of other browsers as well. So all right, so the market looks good in my opinion, in fact, because it's somewhat kind of a sideways trading that's going on from the past couple of days. Yes, Bitcoin is a little down. They were expecting it to actually go ahead and break the threshold of 25, but 21k is another threshold that they are looking at the lower levels. If it falls below 21k, then we might see BTC going down to somewhere around 17 or 18ish. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it might just be a minor manipulation is what I personally presume. Looking at some of the news that's going on, the market sentiment itself, if you have a check at it, I think people are not so bearish about any of the crypto tokens, and people are bullish about it. I mean, we do see a lot of positive momentum building up, especially with the ETH merger and certain other applications. And recently, I think it's in Australia, somewhere around 400 plus gas stations, a company which owns gas stations, they've started accepting Bitcoin payments. And there is also a retail giant, I believe, in Australia again, who has also started accepting BTC payments. So, I mean, things are brewing in the back end, and that's where I feel with all this positive news going on in the market, why is it that the price is not moving up? Pure manipulation from big institutions is what I can presume. Right? Again, personal opinion, not financial advice. So if you guys have got your positions established in any of the tokens that are out there, any of the coins that are out there, please give away your positions. That's the only thing that, as an advice or a suggestion that I could provide. All right. So because it's very hard to get that position again once the actual bull run starts. Because see, when in a bear market, people definitely try to manipulate the market a lot. When they do that, it's these small investors or shrimps or fishes, whoever you want to call them, we are the ones who will be very much affected. The main reason being, I mean, we give in to those emotions. We feel that okay, fine, it's going down, and it definitely will go down a lot more. Then my investment will be a waste and all that stuff. The best part that you have to do is, if you have some more amount of money that you could actually invest, do a DCA, so your overall average will be still a profitable margin, and you can get a very stronger position in on the charts. If not, just hold. Else, if you are knowing certain bit of technical analysis, if you feel that okay, I from my TA portion of point of view, I know for a fact that this is going to fall, the market sentiment is also going to go ahead and lead to a price decrease. So what I can do is I can sell it right now and then go ahead and buy more of the same tokens once the price drops a little more, gain some profit there and gain some more tokens over there. So I am establishing a better position, but it's a risky move, just quoting, because crypto is very volatile. It can move in any direction within a flash of a second. So only if you are very much confident and going ahead and taking that risk, then is what you need to do in this. I mean, that is when you need to go ahead and sell and buy again at a lower price. But please be very careful while doing this, because when you do this, you need to really know how the market movement happens, and you need to do it in a very short period of time. You cannot wait for a very long period, like say I sell it today and I buy it tomorrow as such. So I mean, there are different time periods, but yeah, do it at your due diligence and be very, very careful. There is a lot of risk involved in that. Else, the best part, just hold. As simple as that. So okay, we have USPS also saying BTC could test its June low of 18,800. Yes, definitely, yes, it could definitely test that. Short-term noise, institutional money flow coming in the is in the much bigger story. Yeah, absolutely, yes, because I do know that for a fact a lot of institutional investors are actually gearing up and buying a lot of BTC. But I'll tell you what, BTC somewhat has kind of lost its charm to be the main investment portfolio, I would say, because it's yes, it is treated as digital gold and such. But when you look at bigger institutional investors, they invest for a profit, right? And profit exists in certain altcoins or secondary sector coins that we call them as. So that percentage gains that they get, say for example BNB, Solana, Polkadot, Doge, SHIB, these kind of tokens, they definitely give you a higher percentage of reward returns. And whatever reward returns that they get, they always diversify it. So the next altcoin tires which are legit projects like Archangel and many others that are out there, or few others that are out there, sorry for the many others, it's just few. So Scratch, Archangel, these kind of legit projects that are out there, they will catch their attention. So that's when you can actually expect some real price movement to happen. That's where, finger crossed, very much expecting the next bull run to be a very, very big what you can say, jump for Archangel.
Institutional flow, that's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever. Zach.
I'm sorry, I've been ranting a lot.
The interesting thing is, it's great to hear the institutionals finally, not so much finally getting into crypto. I have a feeling that plenty of them were in it. It's just now they're becoming actually public about it, because it's becoming more of a accepted and more of a mainstream thing to actually hold crypto. You know, when it first came out, I think like when Bitcoin came out, you know, a lot of people was like, oh, you know, if you hold crypto, you know, you're a nerd, or you're this, that, the other, it's fake, you know, you're just throwing your money away and all this kind of stuff. With everything that has happened, with the potential and the power that has come with it, a lot of people I see, and there's a lot of things, you know, that have tested that. I mean, we can see it right there. I'm glad that you should actually put that up, Mr. Aslan. Just right there, that news article about the Ukraine tech firm. A lot of these guys are starting to actually accept this stuff, because the great thing about these is they can help support where institutional money or where fiat can't. You know, where it can actually, with fiat, yeah, you can get investments. Yeah, you know, there is money trading, but with crypto, it's something. It doesn't have a time set. It doesn't have a time where it closes. It's 24/7, and you can make, like, especially these big guys, you can make millions within like an hour if you're smart about it. And it's not like there are everyday investor. They have full teams dedicated to this stuff. So the fact that they're getting into this and they're realizing the power in this, that means that this next bull run, when it comes up, it is going to be huge because we're going to have a lot of that backing and we're going to see a lot of stuff fly. And that is so exciting.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the reason why I pulled up, because these are the articles I told you earlier that I was actually going through the entire night yesterday. So
Yeah.
I was just going through all these articles, and that's where I spent a lot of time. Okay, my mouse. Okay, all right. I told you guys that institutional investments are actually going on in the background. This is what proves it. Like, Ukraine tech firm accepts Bitcoin. This is one. Look at this. South African Central Bank allows FIs, that's financial institutions, to serve crypto accounts. All this positive news that's going on. And let me tell you one more interesting fact about Ukraine. The donations that did happen in crypto during the war phase, the initial phase of the war, I think around $54 billion have been spent on military equipment like unmanned drones, body armor, and ammunition and arms. They have given out I was reading this article somewhere. I forgot the link where it was. Too many tabs to actually go ahead and search for it. I'm sorry, but you could just search Ukraine's crypto fund usage on Google, and it should pop up the first 2-3 search results. So that's where they have given breakout of how much they have utilized, and I guess so somewhere close to around $30 billion have been used only for I'm not sure on the exact amount, but roughly saying only for drones. That is how much investment they have done, and these are only done through the donations that happened during the initial phase of war in crypto. And Ukraine is definitely, this is what I said initially at that point of time when when we're speaking about this war scenario and the actual donation that happened towards Ukraine in crypto. Ukraine might be one of those countries which will be in the front end to lead that crypto revolution and acceptance in a larger scale or in mass adoption as well. So, we are seeing that happening day by day. So tell me now, with all this positive news that's actually running around the market, how can you expect BTC to not go up in price? Ideally, it should, but it's not. That means it's kind of a manipulation, is what I think personally. But I'll leave the thoughts to everyone else.
Oh yeah.
Arca's utility ecosystem is positioning itself perfectly for the future. Yep, can't say no to that.
Oh yeah. The other nice thing was earlier. Oh, that was this morning. BCB had posted a picture of the of a shop that she went to, and it accepted like 4 major Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin, 4 major Bitcoins accepted for like the major cryptos. Even stuff like this, we don't even have to look far into like governments or institutions, or we could just look locally. Like she even says, like a little local tourist town, right there. And it's just the little things like that, just the little shops that start accepting that stuff. That's really, I feel like that is really important, really something too,
little retailers. I think retailers of across the board will eventually get into it. It's nice when you see it in a hometown setting.
Oh yeah.
When you find out, like there was a survey done. I think it was by Deloitte. There's like a couple thousand senior executives in the retail across retail. So we're talking about different arenas, cosmetics, automobiles, all that, everything. And 75% of respondents for that survey said that they would be accepting stablecoin or digital asset cryptocurrency for payments. And they're not necessarily going to hold on to it. They're most likely going to use a third-party payment processing system. But within 2 years like that, we're already coming up on our Arca 1-year anniversary. Imagine another year from that, you're going to see, I think it'll be exponential growth compared to what we've seen in the past probably 18 months to 24 months, I think we'll see a huge amount of growth, especially for retailers.
Oh yeah.
So it's about making money. Whether it's financial institutions, big banks, retailers, parent companies, whatever, it's about making money. And who doesn't want to make money? So they're smart to position themselves and start planning for it now. Invest, $1 million into researching it, putting together teams within their corporation to handle it, stuff like that. It's already started. It's already started, and it'll be here soon.
Oh yeah.
We'll see it. We'll see it in our neighborhoods, in our whatever city you go shopping in. I'm excited about it. That's what excites me the most, is the tangible stuff that you can see when you drive down the street.
Oh yeah, and that's it's just crazy, to think about that.
Yeah.
Even just 5-10 years ago, people were, you'd hear about it, but it was still very iffy, and it was a very new thing that people were like, I don't know about it. Now here we are, 2022,
Yeah,
and
I was one of those people, like, now look at me.
I mean, the moment they saw the others whom they called idiots or fools to invest in crypto become millionaires and driving their Ferraris, BMWs, or Porsches, or even Lambos, that's when people got into it. Like, oh my God, why didn't I even get into it? But hey, let me tell you, more than the actual money and other stuff, there is a lot more usage to crypto, and probably digitization is happening in phases in every part of the world. I mean, especially when the pandemic actually hit, a lot many services which we never even thought. Why? I'll take my own company for example. Some of the work that we do, mainly related to market research and data stuff. I mean, these data are kind of intricate, and they need to be on in-house servers. They cannot be just let out, because that's again certain survey data and certain personal details and all the stuff that's involved in it, right? So coming into those factors, we never thought that we would be able to operate in a remote environment. We would be able to make the work from home concept possible. But guess what? It was just a week's time that the entire company took to take a call and make a decision, and we were up and running within a month and a half. I mean, it was difficult. I wouldn't say it was so easy transitioning from the actual office and going ahead to the work from home culture. But yes, we did that. Initially, I was frustrated, to be very frank. Frustrated to such an extent where I had to say no to my manager on certain stuff, and I actually took some break for say 2 to 3 days just so that I can clear my mind, because so much was running around at that point of time, right? So yes, it was difficult for me. It was difficult for a lot of the people. It was difficult with people, especially who had smaller kids and babies out there. And the fact that you couldn't actually go out to get stuff, and you had to actually rely on certain other things. You had lockdowns, you had roads that were blocked over here and stuff like that, containment zones and things like that. So there was a lot happening out there. I mean, but coming to it right now, all those so-called analog services that were there, which we never thought would go possibly to the digital side, is now digital.
Oh yeah.
And the most profited companies that were actually there were Amazon, Flipkart, and I mean, those are the online e-commerce websites, I would say. Because they had this door-to-door service available. Initially people thought, why should I buy something on Amazon when I have a retail store right next to my door? I can just walk by it, and why should I wait for another day for the actual goods to come? And now let me tell you, near my house, almost like 20 retail shops have signed up with Amazon.
Jeez. Wow.
Yeah, 20 retail shops have signed up, because Amazon also has started delivering groceries, and they promise a 2-hour delivery as such on a prime basis. So they have signed up for them. And the reason they say is, we do not need to worry. They just come, they show the order to us, and they just pick up the items and they just go. That's it. We are just acting like postmen. We have no risk involved as retailers. They just pick up, so the entire logistics is taken care by Amazon, and all we do is provide the goods. That's it. And I was really surprised to hear them speak that, okay, we have signed up with these online portals. And these were the same people who said that Amazon and other so-called portals are not so good. I mean, their goods would be somewhat, the quality of would not be what you can expect from a regular retail store where you examine it and then take it, all this stuff, right?
Right.
And look at the change right now. So I believe the same thing is definitely going to happen to blockchain and crypto, because see, right now there's a lot of bad press going on, and people do not really understand how the technology works. People do not really understand what an actual crypto project is, what actually is cryptocurrency doing in the back end. Why is it that it should exist in the first place? That's the first question that people even do not know an answer to, right? Why should a cryptocurrency exist? Yeah, you can have a blockchain, but why do you need a cryptocurrency for that? There are certain technical aspects involved. Now, without ETH, you couldn't be able to use the blockchain itself, right? So just a simple thought. So there are a lot many stuff that's happening, and I was just checking the gas price, and I was really happy, and I couldn't stop myself from sharing the screen. It's 5 to 6 way, guys. It's really really cheap. So looking at the actual dollar value also, it's somewhere around 20-25 cents. So close to I would say $2 to $3 would be somewhere around that range would be your gas price. Yeah, it just rose a little, but not so much. So if you've still not harvested your token rewards in staking pool, I think now is the right time, or I would say now is the good time, not the right time. I leave the decision to you guys, but yeah, the gas price is really cheap. I'm not so sure. I mean, ETH merger really did a test recently. I mean, it starts from G. I forgot the place where they did that. That's up and running, I guess, still, and probably might have resulted in a lower gas fee. I'm not so sure still, but yeah, ETH merger is also coming up. September 14th is kind of a tentative date, and I believe it's no longer tentative. I think it's definitely going to happen on that date. So keep your eyes open for that as well. That probably might not bring down the gas price what they're saying, but I am on a different tangent to that, because when you have scaling options available, I think the gas prices would definitely come down due to the distribution of the load that happens when it comes to the shards and nodes and stuff like that. Not getting too technical. So but yeah, let's see how it all works out once the merger is completed. But hey, that's a good gas price.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
And Tom says NFTs will dominate. Definitely, yes. Um, I was just reading this article from Binance on Medium, I think yesterday. Yeah, they have something called soul-bound tokens. Now, what is a soul-bound token? Is these are kind of your personal details, right? Just like you have KYC or whatever you KYC you do, they create token for you having those personal details etched on a digital platform. So it's digitized and it's a non-transferable token. This is what Binance is actually going to use. It's in a testing phase. So if it actually proves to be successful, what would happen is all your KYC and other documents that you've given to Binance, you will be given a single token that would exist in the blockchain, and that token will be your digital identity for your Binance account. How cool is that?
That is really cool. Honestly, that is
Yeah.
wow.
And do you guys know about the concept of SFTs, semi-fungible tokens?
No, I don't.
As
Okay,
this is
do
the
check
first
out
I've heard
my
it.
recent video. I've done that last week on my Crypto Wisdom playlist. So you could just go ahead and have a check. I'll paste the link over here just so that it's easy for you guys to take a check. These are tokens which are falling in between the NFTs and the regular fungible tokens. So consider these as NFTs which can change their stats. Yeah, say for example, especially in the gaming side, uh, I mean, you minted an NFT which you did not know what would it give you, and it gave you kind of a range weapon. Okay, for an example, but
Mhm.
your character is a melee weapon user, right? So you build your character around that. What you can actually do instead of purchasing a melee weapon NFT, that's what you do when it's on the NFT side. You have an option now to go ahead and re-roll or probably remint the same NFT by just paying a small amount of gas fee. By doing so, you're altering the entire NFT stats itself. Now there is a possibility that you can get range weapon, probably better or with equivalent stats you're minted earlier. That's
That is
one side.
insane.
On the second side, you could also have an NFT stats itself or the benefits of that particular NFT itself altered. Like, for example, say by holding an Arca NFT, one specific Arca NFT, you get 5% extra tokens on your staking pool rewards. I mean, just saying, quoting.
Mhm.
Okay, you had that particular reward built to that NFT. So people who have those NFTs, they will be getting 5% additional Arca rewards on the staking pools. Now you want to go ahead and change it, or you want to give it a range anywhere between 4 to 10. Anyone who mints the tokens, if they want to reroll, I'm sorry, mints the SFTs, they want to reroll. Initially, they would have got 4%. The next time they reroll, probably they would get 6%. So, yeah, these are very much possible.
That is wow. Here we were. I mean, obviously,
There you go. I just put the link. So you could just go ahead and have a check at it.
Sure.
I've also linked an article in the description box, so you could read that article as well, which would give you a lot more details than what I've covered on the video. So that's something that's existing from quite some time, but probably right now it's kind of gaining that momentum in the market. And these SFTs are very much useful not only in the GameFi section, but in a lot many other financial products as well. Or when you want to go ahead and provide a percentage range or some kind of additional altered benefits as such, which would probably give way to a whole new economy, in my opinion. How is that? I wouldn't get into a lot many details, but yeah, I mean, I foresee a lot happening with SFTs, to be precise. That's the hot topic in the market.
Yeah, I was gonna say something.
And the soulbound tokens.
If you
Yeah,
can,
interesting.
if you can take an NFT and like do something like that, where you can change a specific thing of a reroll, it's like its bonus that's wow.
Yeah,
that is.
and
that's
then
really
for
cool.
you specifically, I mean, I think probably you need to. I don't know if this. I think the Scratch team would obviously be aware about this, but yeah, if their platform on the Rarity front is building that for only specific to NFTs, I think this SFT also is a sector that they need to just have a lookout for, and probably if there is any alteration that's involved in that, I mean, would be a cool concept for them. Just saying. So are the NFTs still active? Yeah, they're very much active. I don't know if Storm has actually added any new NFTs. Haven't checked the Rarity website.
I don't
Do
believe
you guys know new
I don't
NFTs?
believe he has, no. However, the Arca ticket NFTs, there's a big thing happening with that. JACG dropped an announcement in Arca main chat. And I have to check the date, but I think it's a little over a week from now.
Next week.
Next week, yeah.
Next week on the next cafe.
Yeah, there will be a big something going on. So definitely get Arca or Guardian tickets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I read this. I forgot about it, but okay, I'll read the message out again. So in honor of Staking Pool 3 set to kick off in the next few weeks, one lucky NFT ticket holder, that is your Arca or Guardian NFT, either one works?
Either one, yes.
Or is it okay? Either one.
Yes.
So if you're holding either one of the NFTs, then you stand a lucky chance to get 10 trillion Archangel tokens. And from where are you getting this 10 trillion tokens? No one is actually paying it from their own bag. This is kind of that reward pool that was already created for these NFT tickets. So a really cool concept which JACG actually did, and now we are seeing those rewards come out, right? So 10 trillion Archangel tokens would be given to that one lucky winner, and that would be done as a giveaway that is held on August 28th during the Archa Cafe live stream. So next week, be glued to the Archa Cafe, and we would definitely have that giveaway done for 10 trillion Archangel tokens. And if you've still not got your tickets, you could just go ahead and get one.
I was gonna say we're looking at gas right now. It's extremely low. As long as you have the funds, I mean,
yeah.
at least one or
On
get
that
both
note,
of them.
yes.
The NFT
You're
tickets
right.
aren't
You're right.
in this place. They're really affordable. Plus low gas. I mean, you could be in for what, probably $30 total, and then end up with a chance to win 10 trillion Arca tokens. That's a no-brainer. Not financial advice, but for me, that's a no-brainer.
So I just dropped the link to the Rarible Arca tickets page, so you could just go over there. And Tom has a topic. Think tank. Let's start a group dedicated to getting out in front of the NFT tremendous future. Find a niche where the industry runs right into our position. Yep. I mean, I would say anyone who is up for it to create a group, just go ahead and do it, and probably you could just get over there and have a discussion.
Oh yeah.
It can totally be an unofficial group created either on Discord or TG, whichever is suitable for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. A bunch of people can join, have a roundtable discussion, see what they can come up with. It's a good idea.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Maybe there is a team of data scientists on it. I have no idea. I don't know if this response was to Tom or to what I said to Zen in looking into SFTs, but hey, I know you guys are looking into it.
Do we want to talk about the other announcement that was on there, or do we want to wait till next week? That way we can give kind of GCG the spotlight.
Yeah, let's wait till next
Yep. I'll hold that for JCG. In fact,
Well, it looks like we're even on TG, guys. Sorry, you're gonna have to wait another week.
Mr. Ashland, you got my name wrong. Who's Ashland?
I'm trying to see. That's not even
Who is this
a
Ashland?
typo.
It's funny. I actually used to live in a town called Ashland.
That was on purpose.
It's really strange to see that.
Yeah, I have no idea, Zen. Yeah, that was. I knew that was on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I think it's the Windows 11 doing this, man. No,
Yeah.
I think crazy.
Right.
I get it, Zen. It's not your mistake. It's your Windows 11 or your Mac which is out of reach, or your Linux which is overclocked, which is causing this issue. Oh, that was my phone. Things you are working and probably not driving.
Oh my.
Oh, you
I
guys.
think Zen needs to actually overhaul his entire,
That's my Linux phone.
tech stuff. He needs his electronics need to change. Quester, do you know of any good electronics store which Zen can actually go to?
What? Unironically,
He needs a new set of everything. A new set of, I mean, not a set.
I'll hook
Okay,
him up.
a
I
new
got it. Don't worry.
computer, a new laptop, a new phone.
Oh,
I don't know. That's nice.
Maybe I'll give him that
I
nice.
tried actually sideloading Linux to a Sony phone I had, and it did work. Would you believe that?
my old
I think it was the Heron version of Linux which I tried on it. Way
Apparently
back.
It's
I
on
mean,
his
way
old
back.
BlackBerry, so don't worry, Zen. I'm gonna get you a nice upgrade, all right? I'm gonna get you an S3. Don't worry. It's not obsolete or anything. It's still gonna work. I promise. I promise it's still gonna make calls. And don't worry about it. Don't listen to everybody else. It'll work.
Okay, we are at the 1 hour mark, and I mean, funny how time flies when we have some stuff to actually go through. Okay, are we doing
want
the
a funny
giveaway?
ending? Oh, we got the giveaway. Never mind.
No, we'll do the funny ending after this giveaway then.
Okay, good.
We're doing that?
wait, so hold on. So before we get to the giveaway, we are actually starting. Well, actually, no, we're almost finished with Shellmaster competition in Gardeland. It's 4 weeks long. I told you guys about it. We're actually on week 3. Week 3, and I'll be announcing the winner of this past week in Guardian TG tomorrow. So we're getting some people kicking butt out there on Twitter promoting Guardian. Good tweets, really good impression count, good engagement count. So we have to wait till tomorrow to see who wins.
See, this is the thing as well, right? Like, I remember, Miss Brad, you going and out into the Guardian channel and like posting and everything, and I was like, "Oh, that is amazing! That's a great idea." And then you're like, "Yeah, we're on our third week." I'm like, "What?" It just, I don't know why. It just hit me now that we're on the almost last week. We're on the last full week of August, and September's right around the corner.
I know it. We're but you know what? We're chugging along. We're not stopping for anything. We've got Mr. Oslin knows we're pushing into week 7 for the Herald development team, and we're making great progress on visuals and narrowing down features. We're going to get into the dev stage and get this thing actually built, and then soon enough, Herald will be tested and released as a component for Guardian. So
Wow,
I know.
that is wow.
We started it back at the end of July is when the team got together for the first time. So yeah, very cool. Very
That's
cool.
some awesome stuff. Yeah,
Lots of stuff in the pipeline.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I completely forgot that we even had the giveaway this week.
That's all right. We can do it now. Let's do it now. Yeah.
We were having too much fun.
You always have fun talking about crypto.
It is, yes.
I know.
Yeah.
And you always
Okay,
have something.
what
new
would
to
be the hashtag?
learn.
Let's see. Well, let's see what the audience says. Audience, what do you want for hashtag this week? Let's see if anybody puts anything up. If they don't, we'll pick one. No big deal.
Yep.
Thanks, Caddy. Yep. Arrow team is definitely killing it. Definitely. I don't see any hashtags coming up. We might just have to tell them one. Let's just give them one.
We got one. Yeah. Archa NFT,
Steak and bake.
harvest time.
Oh, Stack and Steak. That's one that's definitely going through the chat room. Ricky Bobby.
Now, CaddyBot, you're supposed to behave.
No, we are not using that hashtag.
No.
I will say though, flooring.
Okay,
does
I'm
suck,
a little
guys.
divided between harvest time and stack and steak. What do you guys feel would be a good one?
I think have we used Stack and Steak before, or Steak and Bake, or something like that? You want to go with Harvest
Yeah,
Time?
think so.
Yeah, I was
Shall we
gonna
go
say,
with
I'm
harvest
okay
time?
with harvest, yeah.
It's almost fall. Sure, why not? Harvesting reward.
Okay.
All right, Harvest Time. That's it, kids.
So this is the hashtag.
Wait, oh, actually, that's it.
Go ahead,
I don't.
punch this hashtag on your chat section, guys.
Ready for round 3. We could do that one for. Do you want to do that next week or in 2 weeks?
Which one?
We might have
The where was it? Oh, I just saw it. Where was it? Ready for round 3. There we go. From John F.
Ah,
I like that one. That one's
gotcha.
cool.
Yeah, I think we can do it next time. I mean, next week. We can keep
Mhm.
that next week because, anyways, it would coincide with the Staking Pool 3 opening.
Oh, yeah.
And John F, just in case we forget, please remind us on the cafe that week, next week.
Yep.
Oh no, don't tell him that he misspelled it. Let him use the.
Yeah,
It's not
that's what I'm
him
saying.
actually. He's absolutely right in his grammar. It's his BlackBerry running Linux that is doing this problem.
Yeah, it's his Linux, his BlackBerry Linux that's sabotaging him.
Yeah, yeah. Since the Linux version is a little old, it doesn't. It hasn't had time to actually run through the entire English dictionary one for the spellings.
Right.
Then it's time for an upgrade. Yeah, the 11 Windows error.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, we should have done Zen has 11 Windows as the hashtag.
Hashtag 11 Windows. Oh man.
Did you get everybody? No,
Yeah.
Chris got.
Yeah, I think we are up for it.
Okay.
Shall we go? Shall I go ahead and draw it?
Yes, sir. Let it roll.
Let's go.
So yeah,
3, 2, 1. Poof.
yeah, so you see with the crispy bot, right? For some reason something was going on between that and the caddy bot where it seemed like they were kind of
Wow.
conspiratorial
Tom,
with each other. So
congratulations.
we had to take the crispy bot off real quick. That way he could get under maintenance.
Congratulations. Awesome.
Yep. No sign of blue collar from. I think even last week also he wasn't there. Hope he's doing good.
Yeah.
I see him on Twitter from time to time.
Uh-huh.
So at least he seems to be alive. So that's the important thing. He's there for us. I think it's just he may be just a little busy.
Yeah.
As everybody,
I mean, I'll tell you what, bringing out videos is not a small job. Sometimes, like I said, the recording and all goes well. And when you sit down for the editing section, that's when you lose your mind.
I can't tell you how many times I have recorded the entire video, moved it into the editor to find out there was no audio through the entire video.
Exactly.
Or the audio cuts out at random times. Or a noise that you didn't think the mic picked up had picked up, and you have to go redo it again.
Oh my god. And sometimes I keep speaking for half an hour to 45 minutes, and then I have to concise it to just 10 minutes. And that's when I sit down for another 4 hours of editing to know what to keep, what not to keep. I make like 3 different versions and then pick the best and then post it on YouTube. Yeah, sometimes it gets little annoying, but sometimes, believe me or not, within the next 15 minutes, or say I'm done with the recording in 15 minutes, I'm done with the editing within 5-10 minutes, and then voila, yeah, I have the video out on YouTube. It does work on that side also, but yeah, most of the times it's like minimum of 4 to 5 hours per video, including all the editing stuff in the back end.
I forgot.
And the worst part, I sit right next to the window, so we do have a lot of people who come with their loudspeakers announcing their stuff, so on the road. And the other bad part is my road is a dead end, so once this guy goes this side, he again comes back with the same announcement. So I have a double time, and when I'm recording, if that comes in the middle, that's like, oof, gone. Okay, I need to redo this entire bit. I will be in the flow, and I lost it. Then again, okay, where was I? Shit, I need to start once again.
Yeah, there's one time I forgot if I had texted Caddy about it. I spent like almost the entire day on it, and I was just so frustrated with it. I'm pretty sure I sent him this like lengthy text, and he was like, "Dang, dude, are you okay?" I was like, "Recording," and he's like, "Ah." Like, I was so fed up that day. I was like, you know what? This video's gonna have to wait. I just can't do it tonight.
Awesome. So we are at that 1 hour 20 minutes mark. I do not want to take too much of time. for everyone. So,
Mhm.
I mean, do we have any other topics to go ahead and cover for this week?
No, I don't think
I
so.
don't believe so.
Awesome. Questa from your end, anything?
Everybody have a good weekend. Stay safe out there. We're good.
You know what? Send me the software that you're using for the modulation.
I shall. Yes.
Yes, send us link in the TG chat. So I mean the Archa Cafe chat we have. I wanna have a go at it. I wanna
It
try.
is.
But you know what? I have this one on my mic, which is inbuilt. This is Mr. Aslan. Are you getting the echo?
I don't think so. Try.
I was gonna say we didn't hear the echo.
Check. Echo check.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
So I mean this is what I have. Okay, someone just popped up. I don't know for what reason. Caddy, do you want to be on stream?
He finished the flooring, or he's just tired of it for tonight.
That's probably it.
I don't know if he had something to actually speak of.
I'm gonna have to check that voice changer. I'm gonna have to let me check real quick what other
Wait,
voices they have.
And he's gone.
no.
Ah.
Yeah, he's gone.
Congrats again, Tom. Have a good night.
Yeah. Congratulations once again. So thank you all for joining us today. We will meet you all next week. And next week it's going to be a little bomb drops, I believe, because of the next taking pool 3 that's going to start off. We will have JACG coming out with a few announcements, and also the giveaway for the Archa or the Guardian NFT ticket holders, 10 trillion Archa tokens. So stay tuned for that. Do not miss the next week's show.
Yep.
All right. See you all. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys.